Hi, this is Alex Bronner from Triple River Consulting. Today I want to talk a little bit about some potential advice to help manage the quarantine issues some businesses may be facing as we get through the coronavirus here in March of 2020. So the old saying, cash is king, comes to mind. A lot of people probably don't appreciate what that really means, but in general, your business will go under if you run out of cash. It doesn't matter how good your sales are. If you run out of cash and no one will give you any more credit, you will lose your business. So when it comes to this issues relating to the quarantine, this is really all about weathering the storm. We do think everything will return to normal within hopefully a few weeks, but possibly a couple months. So one of the biggest issues everyone's going to see is a shock to their demand. It's going to be a seriously decreased demand, and therefore probably considerably fewer sales. So as I said, cash is king. When we're seeing a sudden sharp decrease in sales, we're going to need to manage our cash very well, save our capital. Some of the things we might do would be things like liquidating inventory. We want to bring those levels down to a place where we wouldn't normally have it, because the business is, of course, seeing considerably less demand. So with this way, we won't be missing as many sales, or whatever sales we are getting, we won't need as much inventory to potentially cover. If you are ordering replenishment inventory, decrease the order sizes on those shipments if you possibly can. You might also wait a little longer to reorder that inventory, just as you're bringing down your current inventory levels. You don't need to order any more. No reason to keep sinking money into things when you don't know when it's really going to get transformed into a sale or a return or a profit. Also consider, what can you afford to operate without? If there's anything that really isn't essential to the operation of the business, you might put it off for a few weeks until things have changed and returned to a more normal state. For that matter, what can't you do without? What do you absolutely need? Make sure you've got more than enough of that to cover any sales. You don't want to miss any sales in a time where you're strapped for cash. So we want to keep in mind, what can we afford to operate without? If you can do without it, you might want to put off using it or ordering more of it, whatever it is, for a few weeks or months, so that you can preserve cash that you don't have to spend on something that won't prevent you from operating the business. In that same vein, what do you absolutely need? What do you need to make sure your business can still run? Make sure that's covered. Also keep in mind, how strong is your margin on any given sale? If you have a really strong margin on any given sale, a gross margin, of course, make sure you're not missing any of those sales. You want to get every single one, because with a decreased demand, that is well worthwhile, and that's actually always true anyway. And of course, if your margin per sale is very low, then you're going to want to maintain lower levels of inventory and capacity, for that matter, to cover all those demands. Also, great time to take advantage of any credit you have been extended by vendors. If you have a credit line with your bank, make sure you're using that whenever you need it. For instance, if your vendor gives you a discount for paying early, borrow the money off your credit line from your bank and then pay your vendor earlier instead of waiting 30 days or whatever. If they don't need to be paid, if they don't give you a discount, take as much time as they'll give you to pay. Help preserve your cash until there's more cash is coming in. I was talking with a restaurant owner not just a couple days ago, and he's working to promote himself online to continue doing takeout. And he can see the results very tangibly. Every time he does a little bit of a promotion online, the sales pick up in the store. People come, they buy a few things. So if you can, promote yourself online, make your sales online if you can, whatever you can do to continue operating your business without shelling out too much cash. Also, if it comes to it, you may have to consider shutting down your business. If there's no real way to get cash flows coming in, then you definitely don't want cash flows going out, or you want to minimize whatever cash is going out. So do whatever you have to, and if that's shutting down, swallow the pride and do the best you can to keep your business alive as we get through this quarantine, we weather this storm. That's all I have for you right now. I hope those pointers are helpful. Good luck, everybody. Again, my name's Alex from Triple River Consulting. Please feel free to subscribe. I appreciate your watching the video. Thanks, everyone. Take care.